everybody. Today we have a very long day. For some reason, it's not because of me, but it's scheduled from 10 o'clock from now until actually 3:45 in the afternoon. But we have in the middle of this day, we have a guest lecture by Johanna Högveg. She will be here at 12:30. We'll take a lunch break at 11:30. So we'll just be regular, and we will have a break after Johanna's lecture. So we go on now until 11 something, then we take a lunch break. 12:30 she starts, and I have no idea how long she will speak. It might be 40 minutes, it might be 90 minutes. But it will be quite practical, and she will also show you examples of what she does in real life. After her lecture, we have a break, and then afterwards we go on. But today will also be very much for you to work on your podcasts that I assume that not everyone has finished. Who has finished their podcast? Okay. Have you done it last night? Okay. Okay, so you're a classical student because I checked like I think yesterday morning and there was nobody. Then I saw that 2 were dropped in and yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, today we will also briefly go through. As you know, my tactic for this course is to first let you do something, and then when you have done it, I actually tell you how to do it. So for those of you who have not made the podcast yet, then it's a good way of getting tips how to make it. For those of you who have done the podcast, you might consider, if you want to, you might consider redoing it if you think you can make it better, because obviously everything gets better the more times you do it. I assume that many of you have made a podcast where you basically speak and that's it, which I said is fine. But if you want to refine your podcast with music and so on, we're going to talk about that today a little bit. But I'm going to start by showing you one interesting thing that happened yesterday. This is my personal, or it's my Facebook page, the travel agency page. So I've just been on a trip to Shanghai and Hong Kong with a group. And 2 things actually. One thing that I can, it might be a really, really simple tip. And maybe you know this already. I have known about it, but yesterday actually it struck me that it's quite clever. Because I'm quite lazy with posting on Facebook. It might go weeks between posts because I have this fear. I don't like it that to post something and then what if nobody likes it and so on. So it's a threshold. I don't know if you feel the same thing, but I'm a bit reluctant. And at the same time, I know that I should post a lot of things. And I take it too personally, I guess. If I would post something that not many people like, I would immediately think they hate me. Whereas that, of course, logically, I know it's not the case. And I think it's a good thing, actually, the more you post, and you should post maybe every second day, just to keep visible. So yesterday, when I got back from this trip, and I checked photos that I thought would be worthy of putting out on Facebook. I scheduled them. As you can see here, I have now 6 scheduled posts. And I put them up yesterday. Now, of course, you can't see the picture, but these are various pictures from Shanghai and Hong Kong. And then I have written short comments. And then, have you ever used this in Facebook yourselves? But it's quite good because then you don't have to remember like, oh, or you don't have to feel I haven't posted anything for a long time. So as soon as you have a lot of material, instead of making one photo album, which I have done before, and I put one photo album, which is we went to Shanghai, and then I have 10 pictures from Shanghai. So instead, I schedule them, and it's actually the same thing as making an update. You add the photo, you write a text, but next to the button post, well, okay, you can't see it now, but next to the button post, you can choose schedule. And then you can choose the time and the date that this post will be posted. I did this yesterday at around 7. You can see a 7:30, 7:36. That's because I just changed the date. So I put the first one yesterday at 7. Then I put the next one to be 9th of March, that's tomorrow, 11th, 12th, I thought weekend, perhaps more, 13th, 15th, 17th. And afterwards I thought like, great. I don't actually have to, I can go in and check Facebook, but I don't have to make the decision whether to post anything or not for half a month. And that's fantastic. And I actually think that I will start, I have a trip this summer to Mongolia, and I have lots of pictures from there. So I think I will use April to make a post every third day, maybe pick out 10 pictures, good pictures from Mongolia, and to write them beforehand and just schedule them. And I think it's a very simple thing.